I don't know if you're familiar with who I am. I have come to this courtroom over 28 times. And
Sir, I'm just going to cut you off. I am the IA judge. Your case is not assigned to my division. No, I'm just saying you're wasting your breath. So,
Roger. Yes, ma'am, I
okay?
appreciate
Your
it.
Honor, just
All right.
for the record, you're saying the bond's on both cases?
This is a bond hearing, a simple one, the kind that's over in 90 seconds.
Record, you're saying the bond's on both cases?
I'm staying the bonds on both cases,
Okay.
as listed in the.
If you just keep quiet. Jeremy Dewitte has never, in his life, kept quiet.
Can I know I'm not going to discuss the facts.
I don't know if you want to listen to your attorney or not.
He stood in front of more judges than most working lawyers.
All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Yes, ma'am. Jeremy Dewitte, ma'am.
2 decades of hearings, and in almost every single one, he cannot stop talking.
These 2 charges are from the video camera they took from me and put in evidence in Windermere. So maybe the date stamp's wrong on the camera. And I've always turned myself in, and I've always, in fact, I actually showed up to court to be.
He argues, he lectures, he quotes the law back at the people who enforce it.
Your Honor, if can I just for 2 minutes of your time, ma'am? Can I know I'm not going to discuss the facts.
And every time he opens his mouth, it costs him.
Those 2 videos these 2 that they're talking about now are from that video camera that they downloaded the footage from and finally got it. I guess so. He told me yesterday what he talked to me at the sheriff's office, the corporal. He told me they got a warrant to review the body camera. And that's why they issued the warrants, because they got a warrant to review the video from the body camera. And in fact, I actually showed up to court to be sentenced.
To understand this, you have to understand who Dewitte is inside a courtroom.
Come to this courtroom over 28 times, and I've always turned myself in, and I've always...
For years, he ran a funeral escort company dressed like a cop.
Recycle, take that. Motors are in the right, they're in the left.
And I scratched my head trying to figure out how we got to this point.
Get out of the way now!
Jeremy, a funeral escort, who says for the past few years he's been victimized by local law enforcement and as a result started wearing body cameras on the job.
And got arrested for it. Again and again and again.
Well, Ginger, he's claiming that he is not impersonating a law enforcement officer, but instead escorting funeral services, which he says he can legally do. Now, he says...
Can't we ask them to get out? I'm not directing him. I'm saying get out of my funeral. I'm not saying turn here, go there, pull over. Never saying those words. I'm saying get out of my funeral.
That's a lot of court dates, and he treats every one of them like it's his stage.
The bond on this case will be set at $2,500 on count 1, $2,500 on count 2.
Watch how he talks to judges. He's not answering questions.
Okay. And they activated 2 warrants off the videos from the body camera. So that camera's from the day that I got arrested in Windermere for the first charge. So I hear what you're saying, Your Honor, but that's...
He's arguing, correcting them, reminding the room who he thinks he is.
For them to have that body camera to download those 2 videos, it's impossible for them to download and use and get the warrant to review those videos to then charge me if it was the camera they took from me in Windermere.
Do you know who I am? Isn't a movie line here. It's just another day in court.
I've never had an FTA. I'm not a flight risk. I own my own home. I have a wife and daughter. And
Sir, I'm just going to cut you off.
It gets to the point where a judge, someone whose entire job is patience.
No, I'm just saying you're wasting your breath. So,
Roger. Yes,
okay?
ma'am, I appreciate
Your
it.
Honor, just
All right.
for the record, you're saying the bond's on both cases?
I'm staying the bonds on both cases.
Okay.
Threatens to have him physically removed from the courtroom. Think about how far you have to push a judge to get there.
Possible that a bond could be revoked on, but I'm not going to take any action today, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right.
When arguing doesn't work, he pivots to excuses. His health, his wife's illness,
I am the IA judge. Your case is not assigned to my division. I do misdemeanors. You're charged with felonies. I'm not going to change this at all, so you need to take this before the judge where your case is.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry for your time.
Okay.
Thank you.
reasons the case should wait, should soften, should bend around him.
I don't know if you want to listen to your attorney or not. She's probably telling you you're not going to, it's not going to make any difference, whatever you tell me right now, to me.
No, I understand.
Okay.
Your Honor,
For a while, it works just enough to keep him moving.
As directed by the previous judge, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
And when the excuses stop landing, come the tears. Cameras catch him breaking down after court, devastated that new charges keep finding him.
In 2019, Jeremy says he was pulled over and his footage was confiscated, and he has been living a nightmare ever since.
Over things as small as failing to register a rental car.
In counts 1 through 10 for failure to report a change in your vehicle registration.
Here's where the talking finally turns on him. Judge after judge stops offering bond. No bond.
I'm staying the bonds on both cases, as listed in the...
Denied. The same man who talked his way out of so much talks his way into staying locked up.
Either. That's 2019 CF 3928. So it looks like there's two cases that possible that a bond could be revoked on, but I'm not going to take any action today.
At trial, it gets worse.
Mr. Dewitte, you have been arrested on 2 separate cases. In the first case, 23 CF 236.
A recorded call gets played for the jury. The state says he was tampering with a witness. And a prosecutor puts it plainly. This defendant is a danger.
In counts 11 through 13, knowingly providing false registration information. I agree with that finding of probable cause. Public defender is appointed.
And then, in a courtroom in Osceola County, the talking finally stops mattering.
Sir, you are to register or report as required. You are also not to consume any drugs unless you have a valid prescription, no firearms, weapons, or ammunition.
Guilty, sentenced. All the arguing, all the lectures, all the "do you know who I am?" and a judge answers the only way that counts.
And you must correctly report or register as required.
20 years of performing for judges. Turns out the audience was taking notes the whole time.
The one in Osceola County, which I'm not going to take any action on that.
And if you think a courtroom was the strangest place he ran his act, wait until you see what he did to a real deputy on the side of a Florida highway. That one's next. Subscribe and you'll catch it.